Hey there, welcome back to the hearing room. Today I'm diving into one of the most heated clashes in Congress right now, and trust me, it's not just about politics. It's about identity, power, and who gets to call themselves a real American. At the center of the storm, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. She's black, she's Muslim, she's an immigrant from Somalia, and she's facing fierce calls to be censured and kicked off powerful committees. But is this really about loyalty to the country? Or is it just a clever way to shut down voices that make the establishment uncomfortable? Let's break it down. 10 bullet points, no nonsense. Number 1.
This debate today, it's about who gets to be an American. What opinions do we have to be counted as Americans? This is what this debate is about, Madam Speaker. There is this idea that you are a suspect if you are an immigrant, or if you are from certain parts of the world, or a certain skin tone, or a Muslim. It is no accident that members of the Republican Party accused the first black president, Barack Obama, of being a secret Muslim. It is no accident that former President Donald Trump led a birther movement that falsely claimed he was born in Kenya.
This fight isn't just about committee assignments, it's about who gets to have a say in what America is and who gets to speak for it. Omar's being accused of putting Somalia's interests ahead of America's, a claim that's already led to her removal from the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Number 2. The big accusation. She's being called treasonous, with critics pointing to comments like the U.S. must follow Somali Americans' orders. They say she's acting like a foreign agent, not a U.S. lawmaker. But here's Omar's side. She fired back with passion, saying she didn't come to Congress to be silent, she came to be a voice for people who've never been heard before. She reminded everyone, she's Muslim, she's African, she's an immigrant, and she's an American. She says she won't let anyone silence her. But take a step back. This isn't just about Omar, it's part of a bigger political play. Republicans are singling out high-profile progressive women of color. Omar, AOC, Rashida Tlaib. Why? Because these fights grab headlines, fire up their base, and shape the next election cycle. It's a calculated move, but it raises big questions about who's allowed to challenge the system and who gets punished for it.
Because to them, falsely labeling the first and only President of the United States of America a Muslim and African immigrant somehow made him less American. Well, I am Muslim. I am an immigrant, and interestingly, from Africa. I didn't come to Congress to be silent. I came to Congress to be their voice. And my leadership and voice will not be diminished if I am not on this committee for one term. My voice will get louder and stronger, and my leadership will be celebrated around the world as it has been. So take your vote or not. I am here to stay, and I am here to be a voice against harms around the world and advocate.
Recognized.
Censuring Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. Whereas elected members of Congress take an oath to bear true faith and allegiance to the United States without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Whereas Representative Ilhan Omar took an oath of allegiance to the United States upon becoming a citizen, declaring, "I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen." Whereas on January 27, 2024, Representative Omar gave remarks at an event in Minneapolis in which she made treasonous statements. Whereas Representative Omar said she has spoken to many Somalians who asked her to intercede for the Somali government by pressuring the United States government into certain actions. Whereas Representative Omar assured the Somalians she spoke to, the U.S. government will only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do. They will do what we want and nothing else. They must follow our orders, and that is how we will safeguard the interest of Somalia. Whereas Representative Omar continued, For as long as I am in U.S. Congress, Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters will not be stolen by Ethiopia or others. Sleep in comfort knowing I am here to protect the interest of Somalia from inside the U.S. system. Whereas George Washington warned in his farewell address of 1796 to guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism, and further declared citizens by birth or choice of a common country, that country has a right to concentrate your affections. The name of American, which belongs to you in your national capacity, must always exalt the just pride of patriotism more than any appellation derived from local discriminations. Whereas these statements by Representative Omar clearly violate the oath she took as an elected member of Congress to defend and protect the United States Constitution. Whereas Representative Omar has exhibited the treasonous tendencies George Washington warned about, and her actions must be condemned by all members of Congress who adhere to the oath they took upon assuming office. And whereas by openly admitting her efforts to advance Somalia's interest using her position as a United States representative, Representative Omar has revealed herself to be a foreign agent acting on behalf of a foreign government. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota be censured. Representative Ilhan Omar forthwith present herself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. Representative Ilhan Omar be censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker, and Representative Ilhan Omar be and is hereby removed from the Committee of the Budget and the Committee on Education and the Workforce.
There's no ignoring the racial and religious undertones. The attacks on Omar echo old conspiracy theories, like the birther nonsense against Obama. Time and again, being black, Muslim, or foreign-born is used to question loyalty to America. About that committee seat, foreign affairs is where America's global priorities are debated. Her critics say she's too radical. Her supporters say she's the critical voice needed to question endless wars and unchecked foreign aid. So what's really at stake? On one side, Republicans say it's about protecting America. On the other, Democrats and Omar's allies say this is about silencing dissent and pushing women of color out of power. The real question, is this patriotism or is it about control? Ilhan Omar's message is clear, she's not going anywhere. Whether she's got a committee seat or not, her voice is only getting louder. Now it's your turn. Is Omar being unfairly targeted for her identity and views? Or is this about protecting American interests? Drop your take in the comments. I actually do read everyone. If you found this breakdown useful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a fellow political junkie. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.